Alright, chapter 5, section 1. We're going over addition and subtraction of integers. So adding negative and positive whole numbers to the equation. So this first one, we have a negative on the outside, and then in parentheses we have a negative 12. Okay, so when you see this double minus or double negative with no number in between them, you're going to treat this as negative times a negative, or just the opposite. The opposite of a negative 12 is a positive 12. Okay, so think about saying the opposite of a negative. When you see that, a negative, negative, double negative means it changes to positive in this format. So this is just going to be equal to 12. Alright, number 2, we have 4 parts. We want to plot the point representing each of the following computations. So A has -1 minus a -4. So there's a difference between a minus and a negative. Usually the minus is set lower, the negative's up higher. But it does the same thing as seeing double negative. So this means take away a -4, or really what I'm looking at, this -1 out front stays, but these two kind of cross each other, become a plus sign, and now we're looking at -1 plus 4, which would represent 3. So on the number line, if you started at -1 and then you move right 1, 2, 3, 4, we would end up at a positive 3. We're going to do the same thing. So B, we have -1 minus a -5, which in result means -1 plus 5, which gives us 4. Take this dot, drag it over to 4. C, we have 4 minus a -3. Okay, this minus a negative again is going to change to 4 plus 3, which is going to leave us at 7. And then D, we have a -3 minus 5. Okay, so notice how these negatives are not side by side. We have a number in between. So this scenario is saying if we went from a -3 and then we subtracted 5, went 5 more to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So in actuality, we're adding up these two numbers or going further in the negative direction. So when you see the signs are the same on the numbers, after you have simplified anything, you add them. So we actually added 3 and 5 and came up with 8, but it's a -8.